Hey folks, Moosetro here with another episode of Factorio coming at you from Vulcanus. So Vulcanus, I have landed here recently. I've got my iron and copper plates at a bare minimum running up, and I'm also making the large drill. And from this information, we probably have the ability to start thinking about how we want to design our world. I've also imported a tank, so the tank can go battle any worms to take over new land. And the other thing that I have set up, and I think I set this up right, is I've set up the cargo landing pad to request items. And the way that I set this up was from memory, from watching videos, probably Nauvis video, because that's someone I watch a lot of. I take a look at what's inside. Oh man, the roboports are named? Yeah. Take a look at what's in the logistics network. I feed that into a arithmetic combinator, and I take each thing in there and multiply it by -1. Then I have a requester that is a constant combinator of what I want to request from Nauvis, and those all come in at a positive value, and the sum of them get put on the network, which means anything that is positive is something that's being requested. So if I did this correct, I'm requesting 28 green assemblers, 1.3K red circuits, and that should come from my spaceship, Moosetro. My spaceship Moosetro has the items in it, and it is waiting to go to Vulcanus, and so we're going to try that out. We've got full fuel, we've got our bullets, and we're going to wait until the passenger's present at Vulcanus to see if this works. So here we go. Let's put it on automatic and just hit go, and we will see what happens when we get there. Shooting our way through the asteroid belt. Okay, we're arriving at Vulcanus, and we can see that we used close to all of the fuel, which means before it can head back, it's going to need to fire at some rocks and gather the necessary resources to load that up. Question is it dropping things? Yes, it's dropping the things as requested. So we should see those coming in. And our requester number should drop as soon as they get in the inventory. So there's our green 28 and 32, 28. And they get dropped in. Yes, we got the things we need. That's so exciting. So more things. What do we have dropping in this time? We got robots. Robots aplenty. And there we go. The 200 robots. This works as intended. That's good news for us. Which means I can set up this guy to... We're going to get rid of this passenger present. So it's going to wait until it's got enough fuel. And then when it has enough fuel, it will go back to Nauvis until all requests are satisfied and the fuel is full. Okay. I think we've got this ship running the way it's supposed to. I can get rid of the Vulcanus setup. We'll see what will happen. This thing's slowly going to fill up with fuel. Hopefully it can handle being in the meteors. All right, so since things are working, let's start to really ramp up our production. We're going to want to be able to make the metallurgic science pack, which we have to craft a tungsten plate, and then that will be researched. So let's craft that, and then we should be able to get a small science setup running too while we think about how to lay out the base. There we go. We got the calcite dropping off. We've got our tungsten coming in, and we should have our first tungsten bar so we can make science packs. There we go. We've got one lab slowly grinding at the metallurgic science. You need carbide, tungsten carbide, which will get dropped off because I'm pretty sure we're making that over here. Yeah, we are making some. So, but we don't have enough carbon, which means we need to make carbon. How do we have the carbon? Carbon is made from coal and sulfuric acid inside a chemical plant. So we're going to want to bring you and do this. You're going to make that. There we go. Mostly the robots are transporting things back and forth. We will get to the point where we actually have that set up better, but we want to. There we go. You're doing what you need to do. We're going to dump you into a provider chest. And we have the very basics set up. Check in on our spaceship. We've got our bullets all made, so we're good on the bullets. And now we're just waiting to fill up on our fuel, and then it should be able to head back. Alright, we've got a worm approaching right here. I think it runs the perimeter, and so if I position myself up here, we might be able to shoot it as it arrives. Save game. Save. From what I've learned, you need to shoot it in the face. Okay, here we go. Oh, no. No. No, that's not good. Oh, jeez. Maybe I did that wrong. I definitely did that wrong. I think I need to back that up. Why did that not work? Huh. Explosive uranium cannon shell just didn't do the trick. Maybe I wasn't getting it in the face? I don't know. Oh. Oh. Oh, 2 attempts. Ah, jeez. Load game. Doesn't that feel cheaty? Okay, after a couple of unsuccessful attempts, I've decided that maybe I'm not attacking with the right thing. That's not cool. Might mean I need to import a better bullet than I've currently got. Let me look at these. Let's see. These deal 2,000 plus 6.4. I wonder if I should be using a different... Maybe I should be using... Nope, not an atomic bomb. I don't know. Maybe I've got the wrong explosives in there. Did I bring them both? We'll request the regular uranium cannon shells and uranium bullets. What is the difference between the two? 2,000 plus 6.4. Oh. Why is this... Yeah, maybe that's what I should have been firing with. Because I'm less interested in explosive damage, and I want it more focused on a specific point. I think that's the problem. Okay, we've got a shipment of better bullets coming from Nauvis to Vulcanus. I kicked it forward before it had enough thruster fuel. Hopefully I'll have just about enough to get there. And then we can start emptying the cargo into Nauvis, or into Vulcanus. Oh, and then maybe I'll be more successful with those big giant worms, because I need to get to the tungsten ore. Okay. We're gonna... Pause that for a bit, and hopefully we will get the things that we need. There's the bullets coming in. Got better resources for our tank. And hopefully that will be enough to take on this worm, because I want to get to that tungsten. Let's go worm hunting. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can do it better this time. Much better. Oh man, that's such a better weapon. Okay. And it looks like the next worm is coming this way, which that's the area we want to be able to clear. So let's go get him. Do a quick save again. Lava. Let's figure out our way around that. Oh. Yes. So much better. It's a world of difference. So we cleared out some spaces. That tungsten is going to be a little bit hard to get to because it's all kind of blocked up by the lava fields, but I want to wander over this to the west and see if I can find another patch of tungsten, or maybe down here into this corner. Oh, that's a big guy. I don't know if I want to mess with him right now. We could try it. Yep, that's not gonna work. Nope. Let's load game. Yeah, I was right. Big guy, not ready for him. Alright, so this tiny little patch here, surrounded by lava, was a fun little battle to route all of these in a way that I could get the tungsten closer so that my bots can start grabbing it more easily. And hopefully we can get that science up soon so that we can start blasting cliffs and make life just a little bit easier. How many science packs do we have? 264. Cliff explosives. Oh boy, where's cliff explosives? Pretty sure. There it is. We need 500 science. Which we can do. We can do that. Now that we've got the inflow happening, we can clean up how some of this stuff is arranged and be more effective with our designs. We also have the resources now to build a rocket silo, so we'll get that building so that we have a way to launch that science when we have it up and ready. Okay. And we'll put a rocket silo, I don't know, down over here, just to kind of represent where we started our base. And we're gonna make a requester chest. I think we can do that. Yeah, it works. That's gonna start making rockets for us. Woohoo! Now we just need to find a slightly better ratio for doing the orange science or metallurgy science. And that beautiful sound of our first rocket being ready to go. We just got to make sure we got the science for it. There we go. Science being produced. Rocks being thrown into the lava. And our ship is about 80 shy of a full science load. How's this guy? He's still sitting out there. We did pause him, right? Yes, we did. So we should have cliff explosives being able to be made soon. I'm curious if there's other things that we should be researching. I can't believe I missed that. Asteroid processing advanced would be good too. Speed 3. Yeah. Artillery. These belts. Oh man, there's so many things. What next? What next? And we're delivering our first cargo from Vulcanus up to our ship. It's got the metallurgy science and some large mining drills, so that should be arriving, and we should be able to take those to Nauvis. The thing is, I haven't set up the drop at Nauvis, so we should, there it is, we should add a weight condition or passenger present. Oh no, what are you leaving? Okay, blue. Okay, that didn't it. I thought you were dropping things I didn't need. Let's take this ship to Nauvis and check the fuel. Okay, the fuel's full. I think we're going to be able to set up cliff explosives. we are pulling into Nauvis. We should see the planet momentarily. There it is. Wahoo! And from this, we can drop our science, and we can drop our big mining drills. And we can go to Nauvis. And go. These things showing up. We can change our tech to be cliff explosives. And our sciences are rolling in. Surely there's more than that. Did I mess something up? Oh man, wouldn't that be hilarious if I sent the orange science back up there? No? No orange science. Why is that? That sure doesn't look like 500 orange science to me. What's going up? Where did the science go? There it is. I found it. Oh, jeez. How can I fix this? I could make a requester chest for the orange science. And let's... Man, those rockets are so loud. Let's put a requester chest. Right there. We're going to request metallurgy science. That should go there. We can tell this guy not that either. There we go. Now our science is in flow. How many things can I cancel here? 5? How's that going to work? Isn't there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sciences? Yeah. I don't know. I'll figure that out later. This is clearly not the most efficient way to do a science lab. I should look at some blueprints that other people have made and find a better layout for this science lab. And we have cliff explosives. Now we just need to make sulfur so that we can make dynamite, so that we can make cliff explosives. There we go, a little haphazard dynamite production. And then what do we need to do to make cliff explosives? Let's see, there's the dynamite. The cliff explosives are blue? Where are they at? They always hide. Things hide for me. I find it hard to find things. I bet you the search button helps. There we go, cliff explosives. Oh, we need a barrel, and we need calcite and a grenade. Holy moly, so many things. But I think what we can do is we can set up these, you're gonna make grenades. You're gonna make barrels. And you'll make cliff explosives. Which There we go. Okay, so we're almost cooking. Okay, the only thing that's really slowing things down is these guys are not quite getting much petroleum because I absolutely have taxed this one machine for producing, and I really need to resolve that. But, you know, I rush the game to get to certain things, and I under-engineer some designs. I need to remind myself that slowing down and doing it right is part of the enjoyment of this game. Okay, we're sending up some more science, foundry, some calcite to experiment using the foundry on Nauvis. Deliver cargo to the Moosetro. Oh, we just set it up to automatically request the space science from our space station above. That's good. So we did another thing where we looked at the logistics network and ran it through an arithmetic combinator, reads everything in the network, multiplies by -1, adds that to that. This is the request of what we want to come to this thing. And so it's receiving a signal. I want, well, actually I don't know why it's saying 3 oil chests. No. Huh. It's weird, every once in a while the light oil request pops up. Oh, I hit my first power surge, which means I need to focus on my power, which is actually a good starting point for, now that I've got all things automated per se, I can start to think about the cleanliness of order. So we'll start with the power, which I think my plan was, now that I've got cliff explosives, I'm going to use this sulfuric acid patch to run a line over to this vicinity over here and do power right there. Yeah, that's what I'll do. But I think I'll save that for next episode. So for those who are following, thanks for tuning in. And this is Moosetro signing out. Have a good evening.